the Phillies have 2 months to build a better bullpen bridge to Jhoan Duran. Philadelphia, they put Brooks, Raley, and Kilian in the same corner of the home clubhouse, and the 2 new Phillies relievers, who are joining a unit that boasts an all-world closer and many uncertainties around him, arrived around the same time Tuesday afternoon. Advertisement Monday's moves weren't a makeover of the bullpen. Raley and Kilian will usually slot into the middle of games for interim manager Don Mattingly. The Phillies did not replace the injured Brad Keller, signed to a 2-year, $22 million deal to be the team's primary setup man at the trade deadline. Prices were high. The Phillies instead invested their better prospect chip, Ramon Marquez, into obtaining Luis Arraez.
Love watermelon but hate the sticky cutting mess? This compact 2-in-1 tool slices neat cubes and flips into a retractable fork for easy serving at parties, picnics, or home. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/3 right now.
The Phillies could have acquired a starter who would have slotted into a late-inning role come October. Several of those types were moved at the deadline. That means, after Jhoan Duran, the Phillies will spend the next 2 months searching for the right reliever hierarchy to deploy if they reach October baseball. "I just think we've got a lot of guys now that you feel like you can use," Mattingly said. "If guys are unavailable, everybody slides up. The bullpen always has to be front of mind. In the last 2 postseasons, 8 games, the Phillies have been outscored 31-19 from the 6th inning on. They have allowed 36 runs total in the previous 2 postseasons. So 86% of the runs scored against the Phillies have come in the final 4 innings of games, and mostly against relievers. This does not explain everything about why the Phillies haven't won a series in October since 2023, but it matters a great deal. And it makes their current superpower, the 3 men atop this rotation, feel vulnerable no matter how good those starters are. Last season, the Phillies carried a trusted bullpen group of Duran, Kilian, Matt Strahm, and David Robertson into October. Strahm was designated for assignment Tuesday by the Kansas City Royals after a 7.32 ERA in 41 appearances. Advertisement, the Phillies turned Strahm into Jonathan Bolin, a transaction that right now looks like one of the shrewder ones under President of Baseball Operations, Dave Dombrowski. Bolin has emerged as Mattingly's top right-handed reliever, not named Duran. He has struck out 48 and walked 9 in 38 2-3 innings. The 29-year-old Bolin bounced between the majors and minors the last few seasons in the Royals organization. He's handled some stressful moments so far in 2026, but the Phillies do not know how he'll react when the games become even more important down the stretch. Either Bolin or lefty Jose Alvarado will, in Mattingly's mind, be the bridge to Duran. "It depends, right?" Mattingly said. "We look at the way Alvy's throwing the ball, the way Bolin's throwing the ball. If we walk into 4 lefties and it's the 7th, it's probably Alvy. If we walk into 4 righties, it's top of the order, it's probably Bolin. It just depends where it falls." Even with a 5-run lead in the 7th inning Tuesday against the Washington Nationals, Mattingly had Bolin throwing in the bullpen. That was a curious spot to activate him, but Mattingly has not trusted some of his lesser relief options late in games, even with bigger leads. The Phillies have leaned on their top relievers with Mattingly at the helm. They have had far more instances of a reliever getting hot in the bullpen only for him to not enter the game. The cumulative effect of that is difficult to measure, but Mattingly has run his bullpen differently than his predecessor, Rob Thomson. He warmed up while Jesus Luzardo escaped the 8th inning unscathed. Then, Mattingly called for Kilian to pitch the 9th with a 5-run lead. Kilian struck out 2 batters in a scoreless 9th to finish off a 5-0 win. He threw a fastball at 99.1 mph, the hardest pitch he's thrown all season. Advertisement, Kilian had a 4.26 ERA in 44 1-3 innings with the San Francisco Giants, mostly pitching in the 8th and 9th innings. He's had trouble throwing consistent strikes. "Kilian, we like a great deal," Dombrowski said. "A lot of comparisons from our own people to an acquisition of a Bolin at the time. Somebody that we really like his arm, we think we can do some things with him." It will start with tightening up his slider, a pitch that opponents have done damage against this season. The Phillies will probably give him a sweeping slider at some point because they give everyone a sweeping slider. It's an offering that has helped several of the team's pitchers. Raley, 38, is an outlier in modern baseball. His sweeping slider and cutter are plus pitches. Raley's 2.42 ERA since 2022 is the lowest among lefty relievers. He has succeeded for years without velocity. I think hitters will always tell you, Raley said. Soft contact, limiting damage, throwing strikes, I do a lot of those things well, and sometimes you just got to attack the weaknesses of the player. I'm pretty good at that. The Phillies have 2 potential reserves in the minors worth monitoring in August. Alex McFarlane, who had a cameo in the majors last month, is now at AAA Lehigh Valley. He has thrown strikes in 2 impressive outings there. It's reasonable to expect that McFarlane will merit another look. Whether the Phillies ever reach a point where they are comfortable trying him in higher leverage spots remains to be seen. The other wild card is top prospect Gage Wood, who remains a starter with AA rating. The Phillies are managing his innings in this, his first full season in professional baseball. But he has an exceptional fastball and experience as a reliever while in college at Arkansas. Rival evaluators believe Wood has the makeup that could translate into high-intensity moments as a late-inning reliever. For now, Dombrowski said, Wood will continue to start at AA Advertisement. The rules will be different in October, if the Phillies are there. They could push Duran for more than 3 outs in an attempt to shorten the games. But they know there will be sweaty moments in the middle of games. That's how it is in the postseason. It is a puzzle the Phillies have not solved yet. They have 2 months to arrange the pieces.